I'm an ex-influencer with over 250k followers, and I genuinely think that people no longer like the things that they're doing in their life. Now, if you're going through a hard time, I was in a comparison trap even when I was the influencer. Sometimes we just need a little reminder that social media is not real life, and that usually our lives are better than we think. Every week on social media, there seems to be this trend of people posting like these over-the-top aesthetic pictures. An example that I've seen a lot is the picture of the pretty, perfectly done nails in front of a car's wheel, for example, a BMW or even more expensive cars. And I think to myself, yeah, every 20-year-old has the time and money to get all these super expensive nail treatments done all the time to make sure they look perfect, right? There's nothing outgrown. Everyone has a luxury car as well. Another example is business class or flying content, luxury hotel, luxury gifts. Not every 20-year-old can afford all of these things. But because we overshare this and make it seem like it is so normal, especially the influencers posting this, all the younger people are now going to think that they have to achieve that or else they don't matter or they don't fit in. And to be totally transparent, I'm in a business class lounge right now recording this. But for me, this is still very special to do. I do travel much more this year because of business actually, but I do still see it as a treat to myself. You know, it's not just nothing, and I pay a shitload of money for flights like this. I always emphasize it's because I have a 7-figure business. And now this is what actually also got me thinking about this topic in the first place, because I've spent so much of my time in my 20s hustling and working hard to become an influencer, and then obviously to building the businesses that I have now. Because what I wanted and what I thought happiness would be is achieving all these things that all these girls are posting. Traveling first class, buying designer shit, jewelry, all of that. And whereas all of that is nice, now that I am there, I can see that it didn't solve anything. It didn't fix any of my problems. It did not make me feel better. And it's just all vain. It's all bullshit. When I was an influencer, at some point I was not posting any more pictures that I liked, but I was posting the pictures that I know would get the most likes, which is totally different. Maybe I liked a picture of a beautiful nature landscape, but I would realize that it got less pictures than me looking really hot somewhere in a travel destination. So you're programming your brain to stop posting what you like, which was the travel landscape, and to start posting what you know will perform well. Just so fucked up. There's a specific word. It explains why we all try to look like people that we're not and trying to impress everyone with very superficial shit on social media. The second thing I want to talk about is why people under 25 years old are very vulnerable and actually in danger of modern society. And number 3, what we can all finally do about it. Turns out that the reason that I wanted to be an influencer is the same reason that people thought that they needed a 9 to 5 back in the days to be successful or to be happy or to fit in. It's the foundation of how societies and cultures are formed. But if left unchecked, it can hurt us massively in the long run. In the 1950s, Solomon Asch conducted a groundbreaking study on this topic. So in his experiments, participants were shown a series of lines and asked to match the length of one line with a standard line in front of the group. The catch was that there was one person actually doing the experiment and not knowing about anything. The rest of the group, they were deliberately choosing the wrong line. And the real participant was seated in such a way that they had to answer last after hearing all the other people's answers. And the results, a significant people that participated in this experiment kept just agreeing blindly with the majority of the group, even though they were wrong, because they were doing it wrong on purpose, right? It showed that people often conform when they feel like they are the odd one out, conform to what the majority is doing, or to what it looks like the majority is doing, or fakes, right? What the majority is faking. This basically means if everyone tells you a certain path is the right path for you to take, that you will just believe them and you will start to follow that same path as well. Because back in the day, we had a much greater survival rate if we were accepted by our tribe with the people around us. That is also why many of us have the fear of appearing weird or different. This is literally biological, engraved into our system, that being different is wrong. And that's also why getting good grades, a degree, going to university, society was saying that is the truth, that's the right thing to do. In 2024, thanks to social media, the same thing is happening, but in a much more dangerous way than ever before. And it still saddens me and hurts my heart that so many kids in school, if their teacher asks, what do you want to become, when you grow up, they will say influencer. Well, they don't even understand what it does to us, what it does to our brain, and how it pushes us to be someone and do stuff that we are actually not. All the influencers and celebrities like Kylie Jenner, other people who have done so much fillers, plastic surgery, and all of these things. On top of that, they're also using filters and Photoshop, posting all this content out there and getting millions and billions of likes. Likes, again, what does it mean? It's the new way of conforming. Instead of voting, is this good or not? Okay, if the majority voted yes, you will start to conform, right? This is the same now with likes, but in a freaking accelerated way. And this is also how beauty standards change over the years based on what gets the most likes and attention. And now all the young girls, 13-year-olds and even younger, they see these celebrities and they think, I don't look like that. I must be wrong because this girl gets millions of likes, so that must be correct. I should conform. How can I change myself now completely to look more like that? Comparison trap. Now, this is interesting. It's been estimated that somewhere between 30 to 90% of Instagram photos have been modified in some way before posting. Just think about that, and that's the standard that everyone is comparing themselves to, their natural selves, their real selves. And to go back to like the unrealistic expectations or lifestyle events, there's literally sets in LA where you can pay to take pictures and photos in a fake business class. You can buy designer fake bags and stuff everywhere, right? AI can create anything. And now you are comparing yourself to that, thinking, why is my life not so amazing while everyone is actually fake? It's not even real. But because everyone likes it, we start to think that we have to conform. I want to go into the second thing, which is so important. Kids from such a young age get already access to an iPad, laptop, phone, social media. In the US, it's as young as 12 years old. And for many families that I know with kids, it's even younger. They're all seeing these rich people, attractive people on the internet. And now, here's a shocking thing. People of 25 and under, their frontal lobes are not fully developed yet. And this part is the center of rational thinking and decision making, which means that we literally lack the ability to moderate and control our time on social media and how we perceive it, how we analyze it. Now, a study also conducted in 1954 by James Olds and Peter Milner, that when rats can press a button that stimulates their pleasure center in the brain, right, which is that same center that gets stimulated when you get likes or followers, the rats, they will sit at the button and press it until they die. They will not eat, they will not sleep, they will not drink. For us people under 25, we're very similar. It is difficult for us to come away and step off social media, to stop that scrolling streak, to understand that it's fake. We shouldn't compare ourselves to it. We still do it subconsciously. You can tell yourself you don't, but you still do it. And then there's another super dangerous thing. Everyone likes influencers, and influencers make a lot, they think. Influencers get a lot of gifts, they think. It's easy, they think. People go into dangerous professions because they think it's great, but it's not a reality. This is influencer, but it's also OnlyFans, right? Young girls, 13-year-old, they see these OnlyFans models making millions per month. There's just a few that make that much. The average person on OnlyFans makes like $300 a month. Everyone says it's women empowerment, body positivity, it's feminism, and you can make money of it. Oh, let me just post a picture. Let me just take off my clothes. Conformity, dangerous. So now we have an entire generation of people who thinks these insane living standards and beauty standards and life standards are normal. Their brain literally makes them feel bad that they are different, that they're not conforming to all these perfect, amazing people, life, and things that everyone else has except for you. And not only does this make us feel bad, we even forget to think if that is truly what we want, or if we have been influenced by just seeing all that crap everywhere. Is that even truly what we want? Is that even truly our purpose? Does it give us fulfillment? Does it make us happy? Or did our brain just trick us into conforming because we see it everywhere? That's a little mindfuck there, right? If there's one thing that you can take away from this video, do you know what the odds were of you being born? It's 1 in 400 quadrillion. And yet, somehow, you are here, listening to this video. Find the right vehicle, so the right way to achieve your dreams. You should make your own decisions, think really hard, and then do everything in your power to make sure that you fully go after it and have no regrets. Hope that you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I hope to see you in the next one.